Cue the iCarly theme. No, just kidding. Hi, everyone. How's it going?
We're back.
Katie and Brandi are back.
We're back. We're alive. We're back.
We're emotionally damaged, but we're back. Oh, it's brilliant to see your lovely little avatars popping up in the comments section. We got Bree saying Wednesdays can be more exciting now. Rapunzel saying hiya. Also, OBL Wednesdays are your favorite day. Appreciate it. And you guys are just so sweet. Brandi, how have you been? Looking down at the lovely box that actually is my cat chewing on my leg, but how have you
been? That's interesting. I mean, you're just a textured ceiling, but whatever.
Oh, there
you go. I've been surviving.
Oh boy, why do I get the feeling this show is going to be another slap happy one?
I feel like it's going to be because, like, obviously we're both two very busy individuals, so we haven't talked in a hot moment.
This is our stress relief. So welcome to therapy and Avatar.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, Bree wants a DOP update, I think. Oh, there you are, honey. Oh, she gave me a look. Oh, okay. In the meantime, there we go. Oh, I'm so sorry, hon. There's DOP.
So big.
So big.
So big.
Massive. She's actually, well, she's less of a woman now, but she was a woman until I got her spayed last week. So, yay. Are you mad at me? Okay. This was the look. Not
same,
happy.
Honey. Same.
Night Spirit 15, hello. How are you doing? You had to stop your Wheel of Time read through to go back and rewatch Avatar. Y'all discover any new fandoms over the break? Did you, Brandi?
No, I have not that I'm aware of.
Nice. I really got into My Hero Academia. Wasn't really during our break. It was a little bit before that.
I thought you were talking about that beforehand. But...
Oh yeah, no. I looked at the rabbit hole. I looked down the rabbit hole, and then once we finished up, I just willingly jumped.
You just completely fell down that well.
Yeah, but what about you guys? Have you guys filled the void? Rapunzel and Shadowcat and Louise X Sparrow and Night Spirit 15 and all 8 people who are watching. Hello. Oh, Rapunzel says Doppler's ears are airplaning. That's what my parents say. She's our little airplane. Set her down gently and back away. Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh, happy to give you a DOP update. But you know what else we need to update? Well, technically our discussion of season 2, but do you know what this sound is?
Is that
a bag full of bones? Yes.
I was going to say a bag full of buttons?
Yes.
Pins?
I went to Comic-Con in December and I got pins for season 2's finale, and you guys are here, so it's just so that you get a sneak preview of a couple of them. We got Toph in this collection, y'all, and the green doesn't pick up on it. We have, and these are authentic actually, not knockoffs, I will have you know. Little Avatar pins with all the airbender, waterbender, firebender and stuff, and just it's dope. So we'll be doing another giveaway here soon, guys. Just a fun little thing.
I think we also, your channel hit 600 subscribers. I think we're over that. Yeah, I'm pretty certain. I think you're at like 640 or something.
646.
Yeah, see? A little stalkerish that I picked up on the 640, but that's okay.
I love it. Oh my gosh. Well, bless all y'all for hopping on here.
Exactly.
Shadowcat got their mom into Avatar because of Appa. There you go. There's an Appa pin. Let's see what else we have here. Bree says you watched all 4 Matrix movies. Then does that count as a new fandom? Why not? A bag of dice. Actually, Shadowcat sent me some dice and they're super cool. So I should. You're actually putting a collection of buttons together on a jean dress. There you go. So this is it. You got your pin badge, put it on your hat and some ankles. Oh no! Well, I'll tell you what, if someone stole your hat, we have more pins to come, so you can just get a better hat and maybe put some mace on it. I don't know. I don't know how to deter theft. Mostly they look at me and then scream and run away.
I mean, I feel
Anyway,
like
let's talk
that's
Avatar.
enough.
But yes, we're finally starting book 2. I
We
don't think
are.
I thought we would see the day, and I'm blurry again.
That's okay. That's, not even.
It just means you're the main character now. Oh, I'm back.
No, nope. I'm not the main character. Do not have those kind of
Oh,
vibes at all. Yeah.
Kai MFS! Hello! Anyone hungry? You've got all these cabbages. Oh, it's beautiful. And yes, I did get the dice Shadow Cat. But Brandi, we are here to talk Avatar, and we're already 6 minutes in and haven't even mentioned too much of it.
Woohoo! Right on schedule.
It's great. But you know what? This episode really, for me, I don't know about you, blew my mind that it was the first episode of season 2. For some reason, I didn't think it was.
What did you think it was?
I thought it was like the middle, or at least like a few episodes
What do you,
in.
I guess that answers the question. But what I was trying to drive at was like,
Oh,
what episode in your head is the first?
I thought it was the Blind Bandit. I completely forgot about Omashu.
You forgot about Omashu, Secret Tunnel, the swamp. you forgot the 100% after the mine. You've forgotten like 4 or 5 episodes.
I am a bad fan.
Oh, Avatar Day! You forgot about Avatar Day.
Oh my gosh. Looks like it's boiled in oil.
So I would say that I always remember that this one is the first episode of the season because I don't like it a whole lot.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of weak.
Good. Okay, we're on the same team on this one.
But I will have to admit, I do always kind of think that the Blind Bandit is like the 3rd episode, whereas I think it's like the 5th or 6th. Like it takes so long. It takes so long. It takes like almost a quarter of a season to get to Toph, and I'm just like, no, Toph has always been here. So
she was here from the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what else is kind of subpar along with the episode. The description. In Netflix. This one, breaking into season 2, my hopes were a little bit higher, but this one, I mean,
lower
it's okay.
those expectations, my friend.
I've learned that in life I need to take that into account. But the lovely people at Netflix have filled up a definition or subscription, or not subscription, description. Definition of subscription, description. Heck, okay. Aang and the group meet an Avatar Earth Kingdom general who wants to use Aang's powerful Avatar state as a weapon to defeat the Fire Nation. That's fine. That's a dandy little ditty. But you missed Zuko, and that's the thing that redeemed this episode for me.
That and Azula is like the only reason why I watch this episode is because it's such a great character introduction for her, and that's why I can't skip this one is because of Azula. Like,
oh my
I could
gosh,
skip over everything else that happens, and just
like the general. We know he goes off on everyone, but Azula.
Oh
my gosh, and I need to read through the comments because people are typing fast, or I'm just reading very slow. It's going to be a beautiful episode of OBL. Yes, it will. Have I shown off the dice? No, I actually have them at the station because I have a friend there who actually plays D&D, and we occasionally play little mini games when we're bored. Don't tell my boss. Rapunzel says season 2 isn't really season 2 until Toph shows up. I think, yeah, that's about right.
I mean, I think the only episode that I really like before Toph shows up is Avatar Day, because that one's just it's like classic like Avatar, and we're just doing this because it's fun or whatever. So I feel like that's the only one that I would keep, and everybody else can kind of like get tossed. Although I do like Return to Omashu. I do like these episodes. They're just kind of
They're a little forgettable in my case. Oh, goodness. Well, Peggy says, after you finish Avatar, my kid has gotten me into 2 new anime stuff, Mob Psycho 100 and Great Pretender. Ooh, I'm going to have to look into that. I'm starting to get into it, getting into anime. So, and Arcane. Nice.
I watched Arcane. Arcane is very good.
I've heard that it's very, like, the animation is solid.
Mm-hmm. I would say even the story is really good. Like,
nice.
I was watching it, I was like, wow, this might be up there with Avatar. I haven't decided yet.
But do they have
very
a
good.
deadly sister bent on killing her brother? Ah.
Not yet. I don't know. I don't know much about the lore. I just started watching it because my favorite band did the theme song for it, and so I love the theme song for it. I listened to it like nonstop for a whole week, and I was like, okay, we're gonna just have to watch it, and it's a great show. Highly recommend.
I will check that out. Gosh, you guys are gonna add more fandoms to my so many randoms. Like, we'll just keep building all the time. But you know what keeps building? My anticipation about talking about Azula. Still, I'm just as cheesy as before, everyone. My transitions are still terrible.
Wait. I wrote a description for this episode.
Oh crap! I'm out of practice. What's your description, Brandi?
It's better than Netflix.
It always is, every time.
So, on my description for the episode. On their way to begin Aang's earthbending training, the gang visits an Earth Kingdom military outpost and meet a general who has a scheme to end the war quickly. Zuko and Iroh recuperate at a Fire Nation colony and discover a familiar face.
I love that because it doesn't give anything away.
You can't. You just gotta go and then walk away.
Yeah. Who's a familiar face? Is it a new character? Is it an old one?
What's the scheme to end the war quickly? I don't know. You'll have to watch the episode.
And that's how you hook them. Yeah. Yes. Oh my gosh, that'd be a nice job. That'd be cushy. Just watch TV, write descriptions.
All day long. I mean, I'm already doing it in my free time, so.
Yeah. Oh gosh. I thought that was the idea, Katie, adding new random stuff. It totally is. And Shadowcat's wondering, what was that band called?
Imagine Dragons. So they wrote the...
No way!
They did! So good! I love this song! Oh my gosh. It's so good! Oh my gosh.
Watch that
I'm
now.
Gonna start fangirling about them, and we really gotta move on.
Oh my gosh. Well, and Bree says, Katie, don't you partially do vocal transitions for a living? So how are your transitions so cheesy here? Because I have to be professional at work. And here I get to be the normal crazy Katie that I guess most people love. I'm sure some people find it weird, but
I mean, I love it personally, but you know.
Yay! Oh gosh. And you know, we have someone with love in their name, the lovely Sherry. Hello. Oh my gosh. So this is, I'd say, a pretty good point to jump into the episode. Now, I haven't forgotten anything, have I? We've had the descriptions.
No, I think I don't think that there's... I mean, my mic needs to unplug at some point, but I think it's still early.
Oh. Yeah. And I need to end the stream, but leave you on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Peggy says, we do love Crazy Katie, but I have to go and work on some of my new paintings. Ooh, have fun, Peggy. Yes. You have an amazing time. I can't wait to see what your paintings do. So thank you for tuning in. And we'll be here for the replay if you want. And let's talk, I guess, about the episode. We can hop right in because there's really two main story arcs, like your description says. There's the one with the Team Avatar, as it is, and Zuko and Iroh with Azula. Which one would you prefer we talk about first?
I mean, we already have Azula right here, so let's just
Good answer.
You know, let's just keep it right there.
Now, is she is the older sister, right?
She's younger. She's 14.
She's 14.
She's 14.
Dude, I didn't wear makeup until I was 20, and she has like
pretty
on fleek minor.
How old is Azula? I'm pretty certain she's 14. Yeah, she's 14. Which makes her the same age as Katara.
I'm
Pretty
calling
certain.
bull on that. No way.
Yeah.
Okay, well, now that I've just blown out everyone's headphones by my yelling, just how on earth? True, that's why she's insane. Yeah, Kai. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're Brie. I feel the same. You're taken aback when you remember she's so young. That makes more sense though as to why she was so influenced by her father. Is she's younger?
I suppose I always
Hmm.
think that the reason why she's so influenced by her father is that like when they were younger, so like Zuko and Azula, when they were learning firebending, obviously Azula is just more naturally talented in that, and so Ozai just kind of gravitated towards that, whereas Zuko just, like what he was like, 6'8", and his father
Yeah.
was like, maybe not.
Yeah. You know what? You can be with your mom. I'm
Ursa's
taking this.
favorite.
Yes. Oh, it shows who favored which child.
Mhm. And
Oh.
I can't. I've seen a couple of things on Reddit. I can't find where either a writer or the creators confirmed it, but they were saying that Azula's character was actually going to be an older brother, and then they changed it.
What?
Yeah, but I don't think that's confirmed, so I don't know.
I'm
But I
gonna
think that
look
that
up.
is insane if it
If
is,
anyone's
because
gonna have it, it's Avatar Wiki. No, that wouldn't work. She has to be a she, because then she can be like crazy and I can identify with that.
yeah, it's definitely. I I'm not
Interesting
sure.
choice though. And what's
Well, I feel like, and again, like, so like Toph's character was eventually going to be kind of like this big buff, like, 15-year-old to kind of like rival Sokka a bit. And then they were like, what would be really funny is if it was a girl and she was younger, and then she still kind of ends up like rivaling Sokka a bit, which is just even more hilarious.
and all of a
But
sudden they just create one of the most empowering female characters in television history.
precisely. um but yeah, no, I think Azula has to be younger, and I think she is perfect in the way that she's crazy, and I think that it's really kind of what needed for like Zuko's story arc to continue and transform the way that it does. So,
Yeah.
it's perfect. I don't
Works.
care. She'd be
Yeah.
crazy, but we love her.
It's so true. That should be a t-shirt. Oh, let's see. In my tiny little kid brain, I always thought she was so much older. Mean lady equals older. Yeah, well, she seems more mature in a way, like emotionally.
I suppose, yeah. I don't know. I
Yeah.
think a lot of what she does is so calculated, and she's that way because that's the only way that she could get Ozai's approval and stuff like that. So like we'll see it in a couple of flashbacks later, later
Sometime?
words later in the season. Anyways, we'll see that.
It's okay. It's fine. We know what you meant.
It's been a week, guys, and I still got 2 more days to go.
Oh gosh, that's right. It's only Wednesday. Heaven help
we'll
us.
we'll see this kind of in flashbacks, but their mother gravitated towards Zuko and kind of protected him and stuff like that. And so that kind of left Azula only with Ozai. Like, that was the only parent that she could get almost any attention. Not saying that like Ursa didn't love her. We can go into that later, but I think everything has been so calculated just because she was like, well, I can't get what I need from my mother, so I'll get it from my father, and the only way I can do that is if I'm this way. So I think she definitely grew into the role, and that's kind of like what stops her from being a child or being the age that she is, because she's just had to grow up that way. Plus, you know,
Yeah.
she'd be a princess. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd probably be spoiled too. It's all in the family influence, and it goes to show, surround yourself with good people. Like our comment section, because everyone's amazing. And Bree says, bro, I just remembered there's an almost hour-long video here on YouTube into the psyche of Azula.
There it is.
Ooh.
It's
Hello,
insane.
future me. Okay, I'm gonna have to watch that because I watched the compilation that Nickelodeon posted of her, just like best of Azula. And
Can we just talk
she's
about what
nuts.
Nickelodeon posts about Avatar? Like sometimes
Good
it's
heavens.
they're just all over the place, and I'm like,
why on earth did I set an alarm? That means I'm forgetting something, Brandi.
I don't know.
Oh crap. Okay, well let's talk more about Nickelodeon Avatar. No, because they will. I'll go in for work, and I'll look on my YouTube just for like funny things to watch, and there'll just be Avatar streaming live at 3 a.m.
They're all over the place. Something's working though. Something's working.
I'm actually looking right now to see if they have a live video or not. Nope. But they do have the most recent upload was Mr. Krabs meets Azula.
What?
We're taking a detour, everyone. Come and join me. What on earth is this? Okay. It just says Mr. Krabs. Can you? I'm gonna play a snippet. Can you guys hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, everyone, enjoy. I don't know what this is, but it's officially posted on the official Avatar: The Last Airbender page.
SpongeBob, you hooked $3 million on the backswing. Reel it in before I keelhaul you.
What?
SpongeBob, quick, reel it in. Can't you hear the music? Every sailor knows it means death.
What? Was that just life-changing? Because I'm pretty certain. What?
I'm gonna show that to everyone I know.
No context, just send them the link.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sending that to my brother.
What? Honestly, honestly, it reminds me of something that my brother would make.
Yeah.
Like, my brother just has a mind for the way these things are made. And I feel like Brianna can confirm.
Oh no, why did it add the text here? There's the link to that video. Spread the good word with your friends.
Go forth.
Please leave a like. I shall. That is going like, and then I'm saving that. Wow. Who wants to watch it one more time before we get back to the show?
I don't. Sure. It kind of pertains to the show. It's the same animation from the show.
And it goes well with what I was hoping to talk about next.
You hooked $3 million on the backswing. Reel it in before I keelhaul you.
Why is the audio cue so good, though?
SpongeBob, quick, reel it in. Can't you hear the music? Every sailor knows it means death.
Why? Why does it work?
When he turns, he's like, oh no.
Why does that work?
Oh my gosh. Oh, can confirm showing him now.
Okay, please let me know what he thinks.
Gosh. Oh, that's beautiful.
All right.
But you know, that instantly made me think of this this moment, because if I can actually get the thing to load the thing and the other thing, and
do the thing.
Now it's
do the thing.
Did it.
Wow.
The Center course are home, and you heard the princess raise the anchors. We're taking the prisoners home.
Listen.
Glare.
Listen, I ain't saying she did, but I don't think that man was ever seen again.
That was my fan theory for the episode. She killed him. And Fun fact, originally in this scene, when he accidentally revealed that Zuko and I were the prisoners, the creators had planned on Azula vaporizing the man on the spot,
I
but
feel like that's
decided
not
that
gonna
was a little
fly.
harsh.
That's not
Yeah.
that's a move that gets that's a move that Korra would have made, and it's a move, not Korra herself, but like Korra the
Yeah.
series would have made.
Oh, 100%.
And they do make those moves, and that is why it got taken off the air and moved to streaming.
Oh, this is a precursor.
Yeah. What I think is interesting is so like the guards that she's traveling with, like their design. You never really see them again. Like I think you only see them in this episode.
Yeah, like the
And then they're just
ghost-looking
gone.
guys.
It's like once she finds her friends, May and Tylee, she just like looks at the guards like, I'm good. And like sends them back home.
Oh my
like,
gosh.
I don't need you.
I can handle myself. Bye.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm trying to find because I have the Avatar extras pulled up. And usually when there's like something that the writers had to cut, they make a snide little remark about. Oh, there we go. So the comment that they left for that was, "This is the captain's first and last appearance in the series."
That's what I'm saying.
And
like, I cannot confirm, but like, has not been seen since.
then it says in the next one, in an early draft of the script, the captain was vaporized where he stood, but everyone agreed that was a little harsh. So even in the Avatar extras, they pointed out they probably couldn't do that. He totally is dead, though.
Yep.
He's going to hop on the chat. Hello,
Hey,
Stephen C. Would have gone longer yourself.
I don't know. I think it was perfect.
It's a short. It's a YouTube short.
It was a beat. It was a beat. If it had gone any longer, would have missed the beat. It just would have been gone and wouldn't have been as effective.
Also,
and say.
Well, Bree has a good choice here. They could just be the royal guards that have that outfit.
That's what I wanted to like call them, was the royal guards, but I'm just saying like she doesn't travel with them in it, like I would have thought that you would have seen him, but I don't know. It's been a while since I've watched season 2, so it'll be interesting to see if they do pop up again. I'm not saying that they don't. Yeah. I'm just saying this episode seems to be like the primary one where they just like, we're here.
Mm-hmm.
JK, we're gone.
Oh, I also remembered. So this is gonna be real grainy, guys, but stick with me. Oh gosh, look at that 180p. Right here, if you go back and watch this scene, when he says, "We're taking the prisoners home," Zuko's face goes from neutral to a kind of like a betrayed.
Mm-hmm.
Iroh's does not change.
So I have a question. Like borderlines a theory. It doesn't, because it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but earlier in the episode, it's right when Azula is like practicing her lightning, and she has like that one hair strain out of place, and she shoots lightning again, and immediately cuts to Iroh. He was asleep, and then he wakes up, and he looks at the door like something's there, and then it just cuts back to Aang, and it's such a weird little moment. And so I was like, is he sleeping? Is he meditating? Did he can he somehow go into the spirit world and just float around and stuff like that? I don't know what's going on.
I have a theory.
Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Okay, go.
No, so it's a really good. I think he was taking a nap, just sleeping or something, and he woke up when he heard the thunder. And that's why he looked out the door, was to see if there was a storm approaching. And when he saw that there wasn't a storm, he knew that there was, but it was Azula instead. It's a whole different type of storm. And that's just because I was a meteorology kid. I thought, oh yeah, I'd naturally, if I heard thunder, I'd look out the nearest window. And in my mind, it is canon in my mind that when he didn't see a thunderstorm, he knew it was Azula.
Well, did he know that it was Azula, or I mean, I guess Ozai coming doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but there are other people that can lightning bend.
Oh, fair point. It was someone that probably was not invited to be a guest.
Yeah, and I'm just saying, like, I do believe that he heard the thunder and he wakes up and he looks to see if there's a storm, and that's why it kind of like pans from him to the open door and it's like, oh, it's sunny. So that does make a whole lot of sense. So glad that you're here. Thank you for being smart.
Sleep deprived and smart can easily be misconstrued as each other.
I know, but like you have a whole degree. So, you know.
Well, you know. Oh, I didn't mean to hit my earphones off, but there we go.
See, she's smart. But I feel like that's really good. And then also when they're like back at the hut or whatever that Zuko and Iroh are staying in, and Azula's there, and she's like, "Oh, Dad just wants you back." Blah 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 blah. Iroh already isn't like, he's like, no, and he's like,
kinda...
I've never known my brother to be the understanding type, and this probably isn't, you know, what you think it is, but Zuko is just being Zuko, and he's like, oh no, I believe her.
He has like so many raging hormones. It is just confusing his brain.
Yeah. So
poor guy. And like that tied into me with Azula too, is like she seems more mature and like not as easily swayed by emotion, at least until she goes insane. But still.
Yeah. Again, I think Azula is just very calculated, and she remains that way through the majority of the series.
Definitely. Well, and until she doesn't.
That's the majority of the series, therefore implying that something does eventually happen.
Yes. Basically, you know that senior year where you're in your last class and you just want to burn the textbook and forget everything? That kind of a moment.
Okay.
Well, Rapunzel says the royal procession is too slow and obvious. That's why she picks up her gal pals for fast and stealthy travels. Indeed. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't want to be on a ship with two old women who say that I have my hair out of place. Like, have you seen my hair? It's nuts. I actually want to keep it like this for the rest of the show. There we go.
Hey.
Oh no, I look like a guy. No way.
I was gonna say, I really like how it's chroma keying out the ends of your hair.
I looked a little bit too much like my brother there for a second.
You were like, abort! Abort!
Oh my gosh. But yeah, Bree ties into this and says, to build off of what Rapunzel said after the mess up with the guard, Azula probably no longer trusts the royal guards and wants May and Ty Lee instead, the more trusted gophers. Good use of the word gophers.
No, I would have to agree, but I'm just saying, like, you know, when you're watching Star Wars and you see like the Senate guards, or you see the Imperial guards, and you're just like, what are those? I kind of had the same moment with them. Nice. I'm just like, they took the time to design these guards, and then I like the look of them. I think they look really nice.
No, it is so.
Don't see them again.
It would be awesome to do a cosplay of that. It would be a pain in the butt to get it to actually look good, but man, that'd be cool.
I feel like cosplaying just as like a Fire Nation soldier is just a pain in the butt to begin with.
Yeah. I mean, you run into one person who's dressed like Ozai, and you're just following them around for the rest of the convention.
You run into some balloons, and it's over for the balloons. Like,
oh no. I'm sorry, ma'am, you can't come in here. That's considered a weapon.
Yeah. It's like you leave the Comic-Con and across the street, it's like the balloon convention, and you're like, I'm about to ruin some people's day.
It's near a Navy shipyard, and you accidentally pierce the hull of the ships, and then they sink because, you know, it's such a sharp outfit.
And then you have to do the crazy laugh.
Oh gosh, we just lost one viewer. Okay, we gained another. Hi. I like to think that it's because of that. But you know, Azula isn't the only Fire Nation prodigy that we have going on in this episode. We have the more caring Iroh and just Zuko, who needs therapy.
Zuko needs a hug.
Yes. Well, 3 years of banishment. I haven't been home in 6 months and I'm dying. Like, I couldn't even imagine
Yeah, well.
not seeing any of your friends. Like, when
Plus,
he was
like,
banished, he would have been younger than Azula. So, like, that's awful.
yep. Yeah. Oh, I think that this is also the time that's like obviously it's been 3 weeks since the book 1 finale because Roku names Iroh. Iroh says that they've been like floating on driftwood for 3 weeks or whatever. But I like to think that like once they realize that they're safe and Zuko kind of gets out of this survival mode that he's thinking, this might be the first time that it's actually dawned on him that he's lost his ship, lost his crew, and lost some of the resources that he had to capture the Avatar. And so now it is literally just him and Iroh, and they don't know what they're gonna do. They don't even know where the Avatar is. They have no way of tracking
Yeah.
him. And so I feel like this is plus it's the 3rd anniversary of when he was banished. And so I think this is probably the lowest point that Zuko maybe has ever hit because he has lost all these things. And maybe that's why he was so easily wanted to believe Azula because he was like, well, none of these things actually matter because I can actually just go home and that'll be that. And I think that maybe that's why I wanted to believe her so badly. Whereas Iroh was like, nah.
No, fam.
No,
Yeah, he
that's not how this family works.
Well, and Rapunzel brings up a good point. He probably hasn't had a decent hug since his mom left. So
No, Iroh hugged him before,
Did he?
he hugs him on Zhao's ship when he's like telling him to like tie the knot and stuff
remember
like
your
that.
breath of fire?
Yeah, I'm pretty certain that he hugs him, doesn't he? Doesn't he? In my head, he hugs him.
We'll just go with it. I'm cool with that.
Yeah. So,
Well, I think we're again another transition that I just did not set up right.
it's
There's
fine.
the little clip where you guys can probably imagine it in your mind's eye. He turns around as he's walking towards the ship and he sees Iroh and he's like, "Uncle!" Yeah, and he smiles. He genuinely smiles.
Yeah, because Iroh for the last like 3 years has been the only person that has even remotely been there for him. Probably a lot longer than that. Because
True.
I mean, I don't
Yeah. After his mom left.
I was saying he's like 8 or 9, possibly 10. So, Iroh has kind of probably been the only person that even remotely cares for him. And so choosing to turn his back on Iroh to go back to the Fire Nation probably was like, man, he probably was thinking he really wished that Iroh would stop being so stubborn and just, come back home. And so when he turns around and there's Iroh just, running.
Wait!
He was like, it's all coming together.
Like, I think this is like the first of many instances where you see how much Iroh truly means to him. Because there's occasions where you're like, okay, yeah, no, Zuko just sees him as a bother and stuff like that. Especially in episode 1, it's like, teach me the next set and stuff like that. But he actually cares about him, and it's nice to see these little tendrils of their relationship poking out.
Definitely, yeah.
Oh gosh. Oh, and one last little thing about Zuko and Iroh and Azula. This fight makes me so happy. I thought this was the coolest thing as a kid.
So I think what's really interesting about this fight is when it like first begins. Well, I think it's also really funny is that she gets thrown off the ship. But if we think back, I think it was the 2nd episode of season 1, Sokka like bonks Zuko in the head and like forces him to fall off the ship.
Yeah.
So like that's how you know they'd be related.
Family karma. It's delightful.
But anyways, what's really interesting about this fight scene is so Zuko is attacking her and Azula doesn't even make any type of advancements with her bending. Like she's just deflecting his wrists and forcing his fire blasts, you know, off that direction and like she's just using hand-to-hand combat. And then once they kind of like get back up on this platform and she knocks him back, she then takes the time to start lightning bending, and then obviously, you know, Iroh comes in with the redirect. But I just think that it's very interesting that she didn't even
It's a great pause point.
like she didn't even think of Zuko enough of a threat to begin firebending against him. Like she was like, I can take you without my bending. And I think that just shows how much of a villain she really can be, not only to the game, but to Zuko and Iroh. This is a great shot.
Oh, Rapunzel has memes. Rapunzel has videos. Rapunzel has everything. Holy cow. Okay, well, wait. We're gonna screen. I'm saving that for a screenshot later. That little screen grab. But Twitter, boom.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Zuko. Oh, let's see. What else do we have going on in the chat before we shift gears to Team Avatar? Iroh fought his way through all those soldiers and then snatched Azula's hand to redirect the lightning. #boss. And like that was a high kick for a man who hasn't stretched.
But you know, he did get a massage. So, you know, really tea? I don't know.
He's just a relaxed kind of guy.
He is.
Oh my gosh. No tickets. Get off my ship. And I've just been linking the stuff we've mentioned under the Twitter post. That's why you're awesome. And many other things. But thank you for helping out with the Blue Lotus. Oh, before we switch over to Team Avatar, I do have another bit of news as to what I had happen between our last stream and this one. I got a 3D printer for Christmas.
Bro!
You know what file is easy to print en masse?
Maybe
Blue
like
Lotus
a
tiles.
I was gonna say maybe just like a Blue Lotus tile.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I'm very excited because I found a way to print those. So everyone gets an automatic Blue Lotus tile as like your cult initiation token.
Oh man, that I feel like that just makes it more official of how we're cult leaders. Like I don't know where to put that on a resume. Like, do you put that under hobbies or skills?
Just skills. Cult leader. Successful cult leader. We've held a steady 6 viewers this whole time, so
nice.
I'd say we're successful. Oh, Avatar miniatures. Yeah, I could be doing those too. So if anyone has any 3D print files, let me know. Cult tokens, yes. And Smurf is stepping up. Indeed. Oh, it's brilliant, and I can't wait to show you guys. Oh, crap. We can't move on from Zuko and them yet because there's one more thing I forgot to show. Ta-da. How could I forget? The haircutting scene. Which if I pause it... Nope, I can't pause it because it's a GIF. Anywho. Wait for it. There it is. Oh, no. I swear I've done this for one season already. There it is. Okay. This. As a kid, as an impressionable little kid, I thought that was a yarmulke.
Oh, 100%.
I thought that was straight up.
100%. Like, I was about to say it. And I was like, I don't...
It's totally, like, and the way that his hair grows, they do point it out. I am very slow today. Apologies. But between episode 1 and episode 2 of this season, there's a significant amount of growth. He grows out really fast hair. So I don't know if he just has really good genes or they're using it as a way to describe how time has passed.
I'm
but
sure
they switch fast.
It's passage of time kind of thing. Plus, like, I don't think they wanted to like show him completely bald because I imagine that's what he had to do. Like, I would imagine that he just decided, shave the whole patch. But if he didn't, I respect the dedication. But I don't know. It's probably not as long as we think it is. Like, we're like, oh, it's so long, I know. But that could just be like some 5 o'clock shadow or something. I don't know. Hair,
Yeah,
it's
an attempt. Well, Rapunzel says involuntarily cutting off their top knots, ponytails, cut ties to their social status, honor, pride, and title.
Yep.
And Zuko having to shave his head was an ultimate sign of shame. Ooh,
that it is. So
wow.
I think some. I don't know if it's in the Kyoshi books or not. Been a hot moment since I read them. I should read them again. But I think if you like lose an Agni Kai or whatever, like you have to like cut off your top knot. And you have to shave your hair. Like hair is like this very symbolistic thing in Fire Nation society. So they're not only cutting off their top knots to hopefully like hide their identity, but like they're doing it to almost kind of like denounce their own like royalty, like their own ties to the royal family, which I assume
cutting
is, like,
ties.
Yeah, and so like this is really the moment where they're almost no longer Fire Nation royalty or even really Fire Nation citizens with any amount of like respect or authority. That's the word I want to look at. Authority. Yep. So like they've really that like they are just, they might as well be Earth Kingdom citizens.
Yeah.
in
why
in the eyes of the Fire Nation. So yeah, no, it's a very serious thing.
Well, I love the face on Iroh that they animated because you see Zuko, he is sad, he's despondent, he's staring into the distance. Iroh seems mad. And I don't think it's because of what's happened to him. I think it's because of what has happened to Zuko.
I think so, yeah. I think he's probably really upset that that Azula maybe would even stoop that low, or maybe he's just finally really upset at his own brother. Like, this is probably the angriest we've seen him.
Oh, 100%.
But I think it also comes down to, hold on. I didn't want to cough into the mic. I didn't want to cough into the mic.
I thought you were like silently laughing for a second. I was like, what did I do?
No, I was literally just trying to breathe.
Oh, delightful.
I don't even know what I was trying to say.
Dude, I inhaled a spider and it went down my throat this morning, so we're good.
Bro, that's like one of my worst fears. It's just
it crawled in my mask. I think
it's a scene in Avatar where like somebody's sleeping and their mouth is open and like there's a spider like has built their web and then Momo like sticks his hand to like grab and then they're just like and I'm just, that has just lived with me since I'm a little child, and I'm like, I physically can't.
Yeah, no, that's in the Cave of Two Lovers episode, I think. It's Sokka and Momo is just like,
oh, I thought it was Sokka, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now it's podcasting with Katie, Brandi, and some unknown spider. Slowly digesting.
Oh, I can't. my body rejects that.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Anywho, we.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I'm just gonna read Bree's comment that says, "I think the scene would have been so much more powerful if Iroh was on Zuko's non-scarred side, showing even more how they denounce the Fire Nation."
Here's the thing, though. They only do
Ooh.
that when it's like really clear. So, like, even earlier when they were in the, I think it was when after Azula leaves, and Zuko's like, "How could you not believe her? Like, why wouldn't you come back?" Like, they're really only showing like his scar side, and they do that. Oh, they set up the scenes, the framing a lot when he's just like absolutely thinking, um, like, you know, he's Prince Zuko. And then, so I feel like showing his scar side on this really kind of showcases even more of like the shame that he's probably feeling. And then also just like, you know, he cut his hair, and this is really the scars kind of symbolizes, you know, who he is in the Fire Nation. And so I think that this is a lot more impactful when you see that scar, because if it's taken from the other side, I feel like this scene could almost be taken in a more positive sense, where like he is fully stepping away from the Fire Nation and he's going to be this new person. But as of right now, we don't know who Zuko's going to be. And so I think this showing the scar in this frame is really important. And I think if they had done it the other way, you could have looked at it almost positively. So
I like both ways. It's hard to decide.
it's hard to decide.
Oh, and yes, Rapunzel says, muted, bless you. And Shadowcat, yes, the spider, Norse the spider and Boris the spider. Those sound like cousins that I wouldn't want to run into.
I just don't want to run into spiders.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Have you ever seen Miss Spider's Sunny Patch Friends?
Yes. Yes.
You want to see a spider that scarred me for freaking life?
Are you talking about like the white one, whatever his name is? What is his name? Wait, what?
Lord Farquaad, but as a spider?
No.
Like, tell me that isn't Farquaad. I don't know what his name. Spiderus. Ew.
Those
Nope.
eyelashes.
See, that's why we like Avatar monsters instead of children's show monsters. Oh, grade A creepypasta, indeed. Oh, yes, the show was nightmare fuel. Oh, Autumn, hello, welcome. Yeah, you joined at a weird time, but now we're getting back on track. We're going to be talking about the gang, and as long as we don't have anything else to say about Zuko.
No, I don't think so.
Yay! Well,
just
in
keep
that
on
case,
flying.
we'll just keep on flying. The Great Divide. What? But yes. So now we get to the other part of the story, which I always forget about. Like, I remember the Zuko story. I just don't remember this one.
I remember it because, so what they're trying to do is this general thinks that, you know, he's heard about how Aang like single-handedly took out whole Fire Nation, Fire Navy, you know,
The fleet.
the fleet. Yep. I was like, that word was not coming to me at
Between the two of us, we can make
all.
coherent sentences.
Because we each share one brain cell.
Yes! Whose week is it? Who has the weekend again?
Dude, sometimes I feel like it goes by minute. But anyways, he heard about this story, and so the general is like, well, the Avatar doesn't need to master all four bending styles. He really just needs to be kicked into the Avatar state, and then, you know, we'll just dump him on Fire Lord Ozai, and, you know, bada bing, bada boom, war over.
We're done.
Basically, he wants to make sure that he's home for Christmas.
Yeah.
And so and so that's what they're trying to do. And I think the reason why I remember this storyline so much is because it's very like out of Aang to even be like, yeah, this is what we're gonna do, and stuff like that. Because this episode even starts with him having a nightmare of all the times that he has been in the
Yes.
avatar state, and he's kind of like watching himself be in the avatar state, and he sees how scary it really is, and so it's something that he's almost afraid of. And the only reason why he chooses to even entertain the idea of forcing himself into the avatar state is when he sees all the wounded Earth Kingdom soldiers. And so he's like, people are actively dying every single day, and each day that I take to master the other elements is just, more time for more people to get hurt and stuff like that. So I think that's why I remember this so much, is because it is just so much out of Aang to be like, yeah, this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah, well, and to touch on what you just brought up too, the fact that they acknowledge that people are dying. Because
Yeah.
season 1, we've talked about the death of parents. It's all past tense. We don't talk about present tense.
Mhm.
And so that's like the first real taste of what a real world war is like for some kids who are watching the show. Like, oh yeah, no, people died. Oh wait, they're still dying?
Yeah.
That's the impact it had on me.
Mm.
Definitely. And we already have more comments. I'm always surprised to see people commenting. I don't know why I'm still like that at this point. I think it's the TV in me. I don't usually get to interact with the viewers, so this is so much nicer. Rapunzel says it's a shame Katara doesn't get tattoos or anything for officially becoming a waterbending master, just a tiny veil of spirit water. That would be cool if she got like a cool water trap tattoo, or just a pentapox, poctopus, or whatever it is. Right on the palm. Yeah. See, I'm already calling ahead to new episodes.
Forgot.
That I forgot. There's a reason why I watched them 3 times over before we actually go live here. Bree puts, frankly, I only really remember this episode because the Xbox 360 games. The game is set in season 2, and this episode acts like the tutorial for the game.
No, so I know exactly what she's talking about, because when I was watching this episode, and it's like towards the end where the general is fighting Aang, and he goes, "I don't see glowing." That is an audio key that they take directly from the episode and put into the video game.
Really?
And it's also it's like in the video game, it's one of the audio cues where, like, if you die or you mess up on something or whatever, it like just continuously plays.
Oh no.
It's just one of those. It's just one of those phrases that lives like rent free in my head.
Oh my gosh, I need to play that game. Oh my gosh.
It's not as good as the first one. So like the second game is kind of bad, but the first one is the best one. But yeah, no, I know exactly where Brianna's coming from because I did the exact same thing. There's a couple of other audio cues, but the one that sticks with me is I don't see glowing.
That's such a good recreation of it. Well, I totally didn't know, and I don't know if I'm just stupid or not. Daniel Day Kim voices the general in this episode. I had no idea, and so I'm just like, who's this voice? How do I know it? Oh, it's because his career is outside of Avatar. He was in Spider-Man 2.
Like most people who voice act in the series, they do other things.
Yeah. They aren't just Avatar.
What?
Shao says, what Christmas? This one or the next one? All of them. Why
yes,
not?
he just wants to get home. He just wants to get home.
The game is in your mind more than the episode.
Honestly, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So the shame about the car is from the Arkham Knight series. And like it gets to a point where I think you're fighting like Deathstroke or something. And like each time you die, there's only like 2 or 3 audio things that they will say afterwards. And the shame about your car will play more than any of the other 2.
No.
And so again, it's just one of those audio things that's just permanently lodged into my head.
Interesting. Okay.
Also, I love how they give Aang caffeine.
Yes. Exactly. No, like no kid should have a shot of caffeine that could literally throw you into your past selves.
I just it reminds me of a couple of my friends when they're on caffeine, and I'm like, oof.
It kind of reminds me of Carly,
Yeah.
like on caffeine. Yeah. For anyone who doesn't know, Carly's awesome and definitely like that.
I love Carly, like best friend, whole entire world. But my gosh, you give that woman caffeine,
Oh my gosh, yes.
and you might as well just sit down like they are and just wait for it to wear off.
Yeah.
Because
Like,
you ain't gonna be able to do anything to say anything.
that's the look that is given at that point in time. Just, bro, you good? Everyone okay?
I like to think that the general is kind of at this point going, maybe this was a bad idea.
Perhaps.
Maybe.
Also, the little spotting here, is that a lion turtle?
I think it is. I think it is.
I love that. Little itty bitty tidbits here and there. But yeah, no, and that's not like the only thing that they tried. I thought that was like a good option because, adrenaline seems to get things going. But this could also do it.
Yeah.
That's horrifying to me.
I mean, I think what's more horrifying is like Sokka's just getting a face full of
Leave her butt.
like Sokka really committed.
Oh no. Just like, okay, Momo, after this we're taking you to the baths. You need a shower.
And I feel like,
Oh goodness. Tenfold energy. Imagine that times 30 for a week. The first week of November. Every elementary teacher must still teach kids in that post-Halloween candy field state.
Ooh.
Oh, rip. Oh, he was in Voyager along with Babylon 5. Yep. And apparently, Rapunzel says, for some reason, I was a little surprised that combining air, water, fire, and earth made mud during your first viewing.
I just love that they're like fire, earth, water, air, sploosh. This is just mud.
You feel anything? Oh gosh. No, the ideas, I don't know what you would do to get him in the avatar state, but I feel like I would involve something either spiritual or deadly.
I guess, yeah. I don't know. It's just like some of their ideas came like a full-grown adult was like, maybe if we just splash some mud on him, and they're like, yeah, write that down. Write that down. That's a good idea.
Ken, go start working on that right now.
We're doing that one.
Oh no. Oh, and good point. Bree wants a Sokka and Momo plush that looks like that. You could cosplay this if someone really wanted to.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm. I would pay to see that.
I don't know.
I just run around chasing people.
I don't think you would have to run. I think people would start doing that. I think you could just casually walk. And they would be like, nope, other direction.
This is not what I needed today.
This is not what I expected when I decided to go to this Comic-Con.
Oh my gosh. Well, and I feel like Aang was kind of saying that too in this whole experience. Like, this is not what I expected when I came to the Earth Kingdom. Because, one moment you're chill and the next moment you're being through. Oh gosh, I clicked the wrong button. Oh, that was almost bad.
Did you almost end the stream?
I almost ended my computer and reset it.
That would have been a rough
Control
one.
Alt and End instead of Control Alt Delete because my fat fingers get in the way. But Aang, you go to just have safe travel to see your best buddy, and next thing you know, someone's trying to kill your boo. Like,
Yeah.
The heck? It's a tough life. Tough life. But the reason I bring this picture up is to point out the animators animated it so it's spun cyclonically, which is the proper rotation for a tornado. They did it in the movie Encanto too, and I pointed that out because it is amazing.
Oh, I love you.
It's amazing. It's just a little details. We get a tornado and lightning in this episode.
Wow. And she still forgets this one, folks.
I do. I so do. Oh, and Rapunzel says those poor Earth Kingdom soldiers had to be like, what, did he just order us to attack the Avatar? The one who destroyed the Fire Nation
No.
Navy?
I was gonna say, I like to think that they're like, whoa. We survived the Fire Nation army, and now I gotta deal with this.
What are you talking about, dude?
Put me back on the front lines.
They just start wobbling out of town. Oh, and Rapunzel does have a good point too. Do tornadoes spin the other way in the southern hemisphere? They do. It's very weird. Storms move in the different direction. Hurricanes spin in opposite directions. I could never be a meteorologist down south to the southern hemisphere because I would be so messed up.
I feel like you being a meteorologist in the southern hemisphere would be slightly better than me being a meteorologist in the northern.
I mean,
listen,
it'd be pretty fun.
No.
No.
Your girl can't science.
You don't have to, as long as you smile and point, right?
Nope.
Just
Nope.
have someone else do the science for you.
Nope.
Oh yes, toilets do flush in the opposite direction as well. Same setup with the wind and the tornadoes. And Shadowcat says they don't pay me enough for this crap. Yeah, no, the army soldiers. I would have just left. Dude has more problems on his hand than a mutiny or just an AWOL soldier. But the fact that they just went along with it.
They're like, oh, well, I mean, to be fair, they had been doing some crazy things, you know.
Yeah, I feel like the general might have been a little off his nut, like just with his soldiers, let alone the Avatar.
I feel like he might have not even have a nut to be off of, you know. Like,
yeah. The nut was lost a long time ago. It rolled into the ocean and just
be gone.
A guy who loses his nut, never fun. Rapunzel says Fung turning stone into quicksand was an interesting change of state, solid to liquidity. I said liquidy.
I was just gonna accept it. I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong.
Yeah. Liquidy. It's the alternative to lava bending. Because I always thought, and that was something I wanted to bring up on this, is I always thought Toph was one of the first earthbenders outside of the sand people to be able to sand bend. Like, regular earthbenders had trouble with that. But this dude did it like it was nothing.
I don't think so. I think that it just kind of comes down to like what you spend time practicing or whatever. So like him, because I imagine what he's doing is he's just breaking the earth into smaller and smaller pieces, which is what sand is. That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't science. I just explained a very basic understanding of how the universe works. So I'm like, oh, maybe they don't know. And of course you guys know. But I'm just saying, like, I feel like that's all he's doing. And then he just reforms it. So
yeah, I think that makes sense.
Yeah, and like, it's not like Toph couldn't sand bend. It was just that she'd never really been around it to have the opportunity to learn it. Whereas I feel like, you know, he's a general, so he's probably been all over the continent. So, you know, he was like, oh, you know what? Sand. Why not? That's a capital idea.
Yeah. You know, well, the thing is with the quicksand idea and like drowning Katara almost, I, as an adult, wonder if this were real, if that's how the Earth Kingdom takes out the Fire Nation, and that's how they've held on to the war so long, is there's just Fire Nation bodies dragged under the ground.
I don't know. I think that the reason why the Earth Kingdom has been able to hold its ground, that was an Earth pun, is because of like the size and just the sheer amount of citizens that they have. Like, I think that if the Earth Kingdom was more united and it wasn't just like, you know, these small little province or cities and stuff like that, like, they probably would have been able to kind of stop the Fire Nation a long time ago. But because they are kind of so disorganized, and that kind of led to the Fire Nation being able to hold some land and make colonies and stuff like that. So I just think it's the sheer amount of not only land mass but just population at this point that the Fire Nation is trying to figure out.
Yeah, they can keep replenishing their lines with the Earth Kingdom because they have the population. Because it is the most populous of the nations, I believe.
Yeah, I think it holds the most.
Has to be. I
Again,
think so.
Just your land mass alone.
Yeah. Well, Rapunzel says Toph was disoriented by the fuzziness of the sand. It probably isn't that big of a deal for other earthbenders. Never thought of it like that, but that makes sense. Also, feed the Fire Nation to the Sarlacc. Nice. And Bree says, okay, Earth Kingdom baby, we sink the Fire Nation. Think about it. Get back to me. I think that's how he got that remote outpost posting, is he had crazy ideas like that.
Yeah, the rest of the generals were like, hey, let's send General Fawn out to the coastline. Know what I mean? Know what I mean?
He likes
out of sight,
sand.
out of mind.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't have the heart to like just fire him. They were like, hey, he's a good bender.
Yeah, I mean,
he's a good general. It's just sometimes he's a little woohoo, you know? So, you know, let's just
a little crazy.
Ship him to the other side of the world.
And see how well that turned out. He destroyed his own base. And for what?
I mean, they could rebuild really quickly, though.
Yeah, it is made out of earth, isn't it?
Yeah, like it's
like a waterbender in an igloo.
Pretty much. Like, just, you know, oh, there goes. Yeah. All better now.
Peter, get in here. We need your help. Just get the architect. Fine. But yeah, this scene is probably the most memorable of the entire episode for the gang for me. Is just Aang's realization that I shouldn't be forcing this, and I could die and destroy the Avatar. Like, I forgot they dropped that nugget of wisdom on this episode.
Like, not only do I need to, like, you know, save everybody before Sozin's comment, but, you know, I also need to be worried about this other thing, because if I die, then, like, the other Avatar, like, he's just not gonna come back, and this is gonna be this whole thing, and I feel like it was just like, couldn't have mentioned that up front. Couldn't have.
Yeah, well, like, dude, you should have told him that before he went to the solstice and, like, all this stuff. You could have told him at any time. That's a pretty important detail, Roku.
So, I think the reason why maybe Roku didn't tell him is because I think up until this point, again, Aang has been almost kind of afraid of the Avatar state. Like, he doesn't like who he is or what he does, because it goes against kind of the more of the ideals that he holds as an air nomad. And so he just doesn't really like losing control. And then here they are actively trying to trick him into the Avatar state. And so then that's just like when Roku was like, okay, buddy, time for this. Now that you understand, maybe not. Also, you know, they were busy last season. And
that's a good point. Limited time scale.
Roku was like on vacation and he just didn't really want to make the trip.
My dragon broke down. I didn't have the money for the new parts.
And Kiyoshi kind of sucks at teaching, and Karen was surfing or something, and Yin Chen was just like So,
Take it or leave it. I'm just floating through the air in the spirit world.
yeah. Um,
Oh yeah.
mm,
Yeah,
so yeah.
no, that's about all I have to say about this. Is like the thing that comes out of the episode is the Zuko Iroh arc and Aang learning that death is death.
So the reason why I like this episode and why I think it's very important is because it literally foreshadows everything that happens in this season.
Okay.
So it gives us Azula and kind of shows how maybe she could be the new villain for the season because they need to replace Admiral Zhao. And so now we
Right,
have
Zhao's dead.
Azula. And then it foreshadows a change in Zuko. It foreshadows the importance of the oasis water that Katara is given. And it foreshadows the importance of the Avatar state and how the Avatar state plays a key role into the whole story of season 2. So, just right off the bat, we're like, Avatar state, and we're going to learn something very important about the Avatar that can have dire consequences. And, I think one of the most important things that this episode does is it also shows that the Earth Kingdom is capable of not being so great people as well. Like
Yes.
it showcases that the military leaders are just as tired of this war as the Fire Nation and want to end it just as quickly and are willing to do whatever it takes, even if it puts other people in danger. This general actively put his own men in danger, like we were talking about, and it was all just so that they could end the war quickly. And that kind of level of corruption and not so much evilness, but just villainy, I suppose, has really only been shown in the Fire Nation. And I feel like we kind of got to see the Water Tribe a little bit with not allowing Katara to learn how to waterbend.
Yeah.
We kind of got to see that, not every nation is as good as, everybody believes them to be. But I think
And
that
we
this
saw
is
the nomads and what they did to Aang, so it has covered all the bases.
precisely. So again, this is just almost reiterating kind of this Earth Kingdom isn't good either, and maybe there are no good choices in this world, or whatever, but it just
Swamp Tribe. The Swamp
the
Tribe.
Swamp Tribe. I love those guys. I can't wait. But yeah, so this episode literally foreshadows everything that is going to happen throughout this series or throughout this season, and that's why I like it so much. But at the same time, maybe one of the weakest episodes in season 2.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
It's a good idea, but the execution was just a little off.
I don't know.
It's not
It's
bad,
okay.
but yeah.
It's just not great.
Okay. Yeah. Well, and again, he is 100-year-old kid, and they kind of lost sight that he is still just a kid.
Yeah.
So,
I think the general kind of got too power hungry.
Exactly. Well, and we find that too in war is you lose innocence for the sake of victory and winning.
Mhm.
And I love there's a great episode of Doctor Who, another random fandom, and Peter Capaldi does a speech, and he's talking about it's, in my opinion, one of the greatest speeches in TV history. He goes, when you fire that first shot, no matter how right you feel, you have no idea who's going to die. You have no idea whose hearts will be broken, whose children will scream and burn, how many lives will be shattered, and you're all going to end up doing exactly what you were supposed to do from the very beginning: sit down and talk. And ever since then, anything that's war related, I can't get that out of my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm watching this episode, I'm like, have they tried diplomatic relations? I know that probably wouldn't work with the Fire Nation, but gosh, it's just such brute force, and it makes me sad. That and the chance for World War III. It's been on my mind a lot. But Yang Chen, apparently, for Brie, Yang Chen didn't care enough. She had 3 other people ahead of her. Classic, someone else will do it.
Yeah, she had a classic, let's just keep on flying.
And apparently Avatar Kuruk wasn't actually a laid-back surfer Avatar. He's going on here. He had stuff going on, but it was all a secret. Kyoshi novels. I need
but
to read
I like
them.
to think in death that he really just fully
I'm
realized
done.
he was like, I've done all I can do.
Yeah.
And he moved on.
Your turn. This episode is a little Manhattan
Ooh,
Project.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I like that.
That is a cool way to describe this. Aang's the nuclear option.
Yep.
That's cool. Yeah, and the destruction that causes it. You know? Swamp Tribe are my people. Be my people. I mean, yeah, Louisiana. Boom. The map of the United States converted into the kingdoms. Like the Great Lakes are the Water Tribe, and then the mountains are the Earth Kingdom, and then the swamp people are Louisiana.
Louisiana, just the swamp.
And that Capaldi speech deserves all the awards it does. Oh my gosh. Rip, I never finished Capaldi's Bree, I'm talking directly to you right now. Watch The Run. Last season of Capaldi is one of my favorites of Doctor Who. Watch it. It's a threat. And yes, also 12th Doctor. Funko Pop.
The way you just like I don't really believe in magic, but that very well could have been. Oh gosh. She's not gonna stop, guys. She's just gonna grab
I have
all
a lot
the
of Doctor
things.
Who stuff.
Yep.
But yes, if anyone's looking for something after Avatar, Doctor Who, it brings up a lot of moral stuff. What were we talking about? Sidetracked, but Bree, watch it. Shadcat says you just wait until you watch Babylon 5. Lots of awesome speeches. Nice. Bree, stop what you're doing right now and watch it. Bye! Oh, I love it. You started college and never had a good way to watch Doctor Who. Haven't figured a good way to stream. I will give you my HBO Max login.
No, we
I
have
won't even make you
HBO
pirate
Max.
it.
We have HBO Max. She has no excuse. She has no excuse.
I'm gonna hold you accountable for this, Brandi, to get her to watch.
Yeah, but like I can't because I've never really watched Doctor Who, so
You know, should we talk about what we've seen and the show about what we have watched? Because I hear you have theories.
I do.
Oh wait.
Wait.
Bree has a rebuttal. Why did I not know? You could have asked. I would have helped.
Well, in Brianna's defense, she did just recently start down the whole like HBO Max like rabbit hole because she did just finish her degree. So, you know.
Yes. Oh, you got that between our shows. Congrats.
Yep, she graduated. Good for her. She's now she's now in that awkward stage where she's just like, "Oh, I finished school, but that's been my whole life and I don't know what to do." So, Capaldi apparently.
Peter Capaldi. God, I love it. Like he is the solution. I cosplayed him at C2E2 as this Pop Funko down to the details from an episode. And the reason why I chose him over everyone else is because he's manic depressive and he also like takes it out by just being kind and like totally crotchety and angry and funny, and I relate. Oh, we got love coming in. Louise X Sparrow says, congratulations, Brie. Or actually, Louise X Sparrow. Is it Louise X Sparrow or is it just Louise Sparrow? Which would you prefer? I just realized that the X could be a conjunction. You know, make sure I get it right. I be educated. All I do now is cook and crochet.
Can confirm. Can confirm.
Aldi will help you find your path. Indeed. Yes, we got the love. And why can we who can we make sure Katie watches Babylon 5? I mean, I'm just finishing up my run of the 13th Doctor, so soon. But yes, fan theories.
Okay,
Because
okay,
we're
okay.
already an hour and a half in, and bed is a thing.
I feel like there's a lot to talk about. Okay. So I just want to direct everybody's attention to literally the opening sequence of every episode. We have the classic water, earth, fire, air. And so we got these 4 people. And the water bender is very clearly Paku. You don't know that until like the end of season 1, but it's Paku. The earth bender is believed to be Sud, who was going to be Toph before Toph was a girl. So he originally was supposed to be a boy. The character's name was Sud, and this very closely resembles Sud's character design. And then we have the firebender, who is Azula. But again, we do not know who she is until literally this episode. And then the last person, the airbender, everybody thinks that it's Aang. Some people say that you can see a mustache.
Really?
I always look for the mustache. I can never find the mustache. But it is widely believed that this is young Gyatso.
There's a mustache.
There is
Oh
a
my God.
mustache. I just saw the mustache. This was the first time I've ever seen a mustache. It's a mustache. It also looks like there's a unibrow, which then would mean that it was
The grumpy guy.
it's the grumpy guy. So it's either Monkey Gyatso or it's the grumpy guy. For the sake of the theory, we're gonna say it's Gyatso.
For the sake of my sanity, we're going with Gyatso.
Anyways. So if the waterbender is Paku, which we believe that is Paku, and the earthbender is Sud, which would have been Aang's earthbending teacher, and the airbender is Gyatso, who is again Aang's waterbending teacher, airbending teacher. My apologies. Yeah. 3 of the 4 are Aang's teachers, except for Azula. And so the theory is that originally Azula was going to be Aang's firebending teacher, which is just insane.
I like the connections and ties made.
It's shook. Like I can't. And so when I was looking up obviously this fan theory, that's where I learned that a bunch of people were saying that, oh, that doesn't even make any sense because originally Azula was going to be an older brother to Zuko, and so this character design wasn't even going to be used, or maybe Aang was supposed to have another firebending teacher, or blah, 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 blah. But one of the main reasons why people believe this is because people think that the character arc of Zuko wasn't ever really supposed to happen. Like, they think that it's just something that kind of, naturally came to the creators and the writers of the series as it progressed. But I also think that Michael and Brian say that, the redemption arc of Zuko was always kind of planned. So, I don't really know. But I think that it is very interesting that we have possibly 3 masters who teach the Avatar. And now we have this random...
why Azula?
Yeah. Why Azula? I don't know. So then I was thinking about this theory, and I was like, I don't really buy it because... I mean, obviously, Sud changed, and I'm not sure when that change decided to happen, but, I mean, this is literally used in the first episode, so, the intro, I feel like, would have been made pretty early on in production before they even decided to change Sud or anything. But I think another reason why they may have chose Azula is because right away, this just shows that the Fire Nation is out of balance. So it is showing the Avatar's teachers, but instead of showing his firebending teacher, they just throw in this villain. So maybe this enemy to show how out of balance the Fire Nation really is. Maybe. Possibly.
Interesting. I'm gonna write in the book. Why did you pick the characters you picked for the intro?
Yeah. But what's also another thing that people are saying. Hold on, I'm gonna cough again.
Okay. Glad you didn't die. Continue.
No. Anyways, sorry. I'm not sick. I just cough. Anyways, famous last words. I got the COVID. No, I just have asthma. Another thing that people were saying was that the people used in the intros are actually the most powerful benders in their elements. So obviously Paku is believed to be the best waterbender. I would argue that Katara quickly becomes that.
Yeah.
And
she could beat his butt. Oh, exactly. Easily.
And if this is the original design for Toph, then yeah, maybe, but because we all know Toph is like the best earthbender or whatever. And then it would mean that Gyatso is the best airbender, which again, like, obviously we don't get to see a lot. And Azula is the best firebender, but there's arguments that she isn't the best firebender, that Ozai is better, or Iroh's better, or blah, 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 blah. All this stuff. Who knows?
There's so many theories, and I think Bree just added one of like, what if there were 3 siblings in the royal family? The older brother is more so like Azula now. Zuko stays the same, and Azula hated the war and wanted it to end. So that'd be an interesting.
Well, that's what I was kind of wondering, was what if whoever she is, like, you know, even before I learned the possibility that Azula was going to be an older brother, like, you know, what if she just despised the war and everything like that, and was just, you know, she saw what happened to Zuko when he spoke out against, not so much against the war, but like the tactics behind it, and saw how he was banished, and then she didn't want that to happen, so, you know, she's laying low, and then she hears the Avatar's back, and, you know, she somehow gets away and tries to find him because she knows that the Avatar will need a firebending teacher, and who else is going to do it but her? Yeah. Who knows? I feel like a whole fan fiction can be written, but not that kind.
Yeah, no, an actual quality one. Could just be the respective bending masters of their elements, like the best of the best of the bending masters. Yeah, that ties in with the theories you listed. So, yeah, also, forgot about the book, The Holy Cult Text.
Yes.
Just a brief soiree in between theories. We did fill up one whole page and then a little bit more with questions to ask.
Check it.
As a recap of the cult text. Oh, Shadowcat says, night, big hugs. Good night, Shadowcat. Here's a bedtime story. It's full of questions that don't have answers. How can Katara open doors? Why does Iroh decide to escape in season 1, episode 7? Why was Zhao on the blockade? Why did Roku let Zuko go? Because his family, or because he's family, or because he can't bring himself to kill someone? Does the pirate monkey statue contain a spirit of greed?
It does. I confirmed this.
Yes, that was probably the best fan theory you have ever had. I firmly believe that to be canon.
Yes.
Why in the Blue Spirit does Iroh play the Sungi horn for the statue on the deck of the ship? And then this one just goes, fish a hybrid?
Fish a hybrid. That's from the fortune teller.
Oh, okay. It's just like the catfish. It's like,
Yeah. No. It's from the fortune. You know, the fish that Sokka's trying to catch. He's like, oh, it's like he's taunting me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, the fish. That's what I drew. The fish. Oh, good heavens! I'm glad we figured that out. Who is the guy who is who's doorman? What combo is a shearshoe?
Oh
This
no,
one's
we
just.
found the answer to that. I think.
Oh, good. Also, this
I
one's
remember, but
just Miyuki in all caps.
must be answered.
How does Roku appear to Zhang? If Katara kept her burn scars, how would Aang be able to cope? Why did Zhang desert? There's a lot of Zhang questions. Was it because of Zhao? Why didn't the Fire Nation attack the Northern Air Temple after the gang leaves? Did they? Did the gliders leave? Or did the gliders leave? Question mark?
So read that one again. I got distracted.
Why did the Fire Nation attack the Northern Air Temple after the gang leaves? Did they? Did the gliders leave?
Okay. So like battle after the battle,
yes,
and then they were like, did they come back? Because it feels like they come back.
Exactly. Like once the Avatar's gone, dude, take it. You have a Fire Nation ship now.
Like, bro, just go.
Just do it. And then the last three are there other villages in the southern/northern water tribes? I think we figured that out. That was a yes, but like, what are they?
I think they are because I think in the Korra series, what's Tarlak's dad's name?
Unalak? Or no?
No.
Tarlak. Oh, phooey.
Anyways, they live in a tribe in the northern because Tarlak is like the northern representative for Republic City.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He's not the southern.
Yeah,
He's
he's northern. Yeah.
Like he comes from the north, but we see in flashbacks that they live like in this smaller little tribe. So I think that there are other ones. Just
I think it's canon.
Big. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, then the last two are: how long was the gang in the Northern War tribe before Zhao attacked?
Yeah.
And does the Avatar cycle move from temple to temple, north, south, east, west, or tribe to tribe? Northern War tribe, Southern War tribe.
I think that might be canon, but I don't know.
Well, we can ask the creators. We'll just show it. We'll be like, this is our cult book. We would like you to answer our questions.
And that is how we start the conversation. We don't even go, hi, I'm Katie, and I'm Brandi. We just go, this is our cult book.
You started one. Or we started one based off of what you do.
Precisely. We're not weird. We're just fans.
Oh, see, that's a red flag. Just you gotta be honest with them. We are weird and we're fans.
Okay, she's weird. I'm a fan.
Yeah, true. There we go. Oh my gosh, we should get shirts like that if we ever go to a Comic-Con. Just be like, she's weird with an arrow, and she's a fan. Oh my gosh. Can we just get a cut up clip of Brandi's monkey statue theory on this channel? I will make a note to pull the statue monkey theory. So
I feel like I just need to make a note to just make its own video because I think it deserves it.
We should.
Monkey statue video.
That goes next to the sticky note that says Avatar twins, Havatars, and then Pangalactic precipitation. I don't know why I have those stuck on my desk, but I do.
Bro, I forgot about the Avatar twins.
I'm the Havatar. I deal with both of us.
Can you imagine?
Oh, and apparently Yacone.
Yacone. That was it. Thanks for coming in clutch on that one.
Oh, bless Brie.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, theories. Are there any others?
I mean, there are, but I could easily just save this for another episode. So I don't know. I just wanted to talk about all the theories about Azula, why Azula's fire is blue. But I feel like there's like 5 to go through, and we're already going pretty long.
Oh, I mean, we could do like a condensed version.
Okay, all right. You've convinced me. I'll look for Rocky this
Yay!
week.
Who needs sleep? Actually, not me, because I'm switching to evenings for a month. My new schedule will not be 2 a.m. to 10 a.m. It will be 2 p.m. to like 12 p.m.
So we're gonna have to put a pin in the stream for like a whole month. We came back just to leave.
Yeah, exactly. No, because this would be my lunch break or my dinner break after our 5 o'clock news. So we would just start at like, we could just start at like 6 my time, 7 your time, and then I would have, we could make it work.
Okay, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. That's a problem for future us.
You're welcome, future us.
Which is my catchphrase for the day.
Nice.
I kept saying that at work.
Future you's gonna be in a pickle.
It was like future me is gonna hate present me. It ain't gonna be pretty. No. Okay, so to kick this off, I just want to read this. And it's from Reddit. The post is so good. I'm just gonna read it. It's from, I should have took a better screenshot. I can't read. Oh, I think it's posted by Luke Z6, but I don't know. It's 2 years ago. If you just Google why is Azula's fire blue, it's like one of the top Reddit. And so this is what this is what the Redditor says. So quote, so I've seen a lot of discussion online as to why Azula's flames are blue instead of orange like all the other firebenders. A common theory is the creators made her fire blue to articulate how powerful she truly is. The blue part of a flame burns hotter than the orange part, thus blue fire equal more power. In reality, however, this makes little sense. Ozai's fire is orange and he is more powerful than Azula, as is Iroh. Moreover, the temperature of a flame plays only a little part in the color of the flame. The most important aspect is the chemicals in which it burns. So, what chemical makes blue fire, you ask? The answer, salt. Burning salt makes your flame blue. Thus, the only conclusion that Azula's flames are blue because she's a salty little bee.
I knew where that was going.
This concludes my TED Talk, end quote.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
So I was doing some research just to see, like, what did you have to burn to get a blue flame, and Google kept saying like a copper compound, and salt burns another color. So I don't know. Anyways, I read
what
this.
Color does salt burn, and get on another watch list.
I read this not because it's spitting true facts, just because it was hilarious.
That is phenomenal.
Yeah.
She's salty, and I think it's her red hot rage. Like she has so much anger with her mother and everything that she's just like, her flame burns hotter.
Yeah. And so this was,
or she's just sweaty and burns the salt.
She could just be salty.
She's a teenager, she's sweaty. There you go.
So this was one of the like top comments on the same Reddit page about Zula being salty, and I just think that it's probably one of the best theories. So I'm just no, you're good.
Keep going.
No.
Dop looks like she got hit by a truck.
Poor Dop.
She's just like, keep going.
Hey,
just call me
after a full day of napping and running around.
Oh, no, she's twitching. So she sleeps with her eyes open. I think she's having a dream because her eyes are like rolling around in her head.
Oh gosh.
Just gonna. There she is. Twitching and flailing.
Oy.
Like the little babe she is.
I hope she's okay. This might be why I don't have a pet, because I would just freak out about all those little things. I would just be like, "Are you alive? Are you okay?"
I'll check on her in a few minutes. She's breathing. We're good.
Okay. Now I'm worried about the cat.
Yeah, Katie not interrupting anymore.
No,
I'm
you're
forgiving you.
fine. It's just like in the back of my head, I'm like, "Doth be alive, doth be alive, doth be alive."
You good? Chuck a Nerf dart at you?
Oh my gosh, she's gonna throw something at a cat.
I'm not gonna on YouTube. I'm gonna hold on to it just in case.
Okay. All right. Anyways, this was a pretty good theory as to why her fire is blue. So it's just a comment on the same Reddit page. Again, should have took better screenshots, but here we go. Quote, "This probably will get buried, but that's okay. Her flame represents perfection. Flame combustion into the
Ooh.
combustion products. Her problem is perfection. That's also her character flaw and her downfall. This means that there is 0 soot in her flame, 0 off-gassing of combustion byproducts, 0 carbon monoxide, just perfection. Just like she was raised. Ever notice how her flames turn orange when it catches fire on other material? Zuko, on the other hand, represents imperfection. It suits his character well. Rage and imperfection makes his flame orange. So Azula's flames are just perfect? Question mark. It's very interesting. When you think about like a gas stove, I don't know if you've ever seen a gas stove worked with it.
Yeah.
The flames are blue, and the reason why they're blue is because they're burned off of gas, which easily combusts more perfectly, or blah 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 blah. Science. I have an art.
That's not as much carbon.
Yeah, so there's not as much carbon and stuff like that.
Oh.
There was another person on Reddit. I don't think I took a screenshot of it, and they were saying that, like other firebenders, since their fire isn't as great at combustion and stuff like that, then like they have like the soot and they have the carbon and stuff like that.
That works.
Which could easily be like reignited and then used against them. And so the reason why Azula, like this is getting really meta. The reason why Azula's flames are blue is because she doesn't want to leave the soot and the carbon that can be reignited, like her own flame against her. And I'm just like, that was deep.
Look right into this a lot.
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
so
Bree has a theory that could work. You can also link it to the chemical imbalance in her head.
Well, and then that's the next theory, is that the flames. I was saying this. It's kind of like the perfect thing. The flames are more connected to like their emotion. So I sent you a couple screenshots of a later episode in
there we go.
In the series. This is like season 3, and it's when Zuko and Aang are meeting these dragons. And there's all these different colors of flames. But what I thought was interesting was that there's not really blue. There's purple. You can see the purple. But there's no blue, actually. And there's another screenshot. I think it's showing Zuko and Aang. And there is a bit more blue.
Clicky,
but again, again, like, it's more purple.
Yeah, it's like a violet.
Yeah, and so that led me to think that Azula's blue fire is really more unnatural, and instead of it being like coming from like anger or any type of like strong emotion, because any emotion that she has isn't necessarily unique to her. I would think that Zuko also has a lot of anger and stuff like that. So I don't think it's so much emotion, but I think it's almost more of the lack of emotion from Azula. So she's very calculated, she's very controlled, and so she doesn't show a whole lot of emotion. And so this blue flame is really more unnatural, which is why we don't see it from literally pretty much the firebending gods. And also when she is very emotional, in the final duel between Zuko and Azula, her flame actually does turn orange. It no
Oh.
longer is purple towards the end. She starts losing it, and it's orange for like just a hot moment, pun intended.
Ah.
So maybe fire blue because no emotion. I don't know. The very last one.
There's more?
It's the last one, and this is this is one that I was thinking about, and I was thinking about it in this fight sequence, the fight sequence in this episode, and even just how Azula typically shoots fire. She always shoots it with 2 fingers. So a lot of times, yeah, a lot of times most of the other firebenders shoot with their fists, whereas Azula shoots it with their 2 fingers. And the only other time that other firebenders do this is when they're shooting lightning. And so Azula is very proficient at shooting lightning. She does it probably more than any other firebender does in the series. And so it is from this proficiency of lightning bending, her flames are just almost exactly lightning. She's shooting just a couple of, power ticks below what lightning is. So she's not taking the energy and separating it. She's not taking the time to actually form lightning, but she's so good at doing it that her flames are just more closely related to lightning. Lightning be blue, her fire be blue.
There you go. Boom.
And this
there
isn't
is
so
a
much.
type of. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Midwestern. Well, there's a type of lightning called ball lightning. And it's a horrifying, mythical kind of lightning that has never really been recorded. And it's made up of plasma. And it burns blue. So, who knows? Maybe she's just igniting plasma with her flame.
Maybe. The last explanation for Azula's fire being blue literally just comes from like a storytelling aspect. I think the animators, creators, writers, what have you, were just simply trying to distinguish her firebending from Zuko's firebending because they do duel quite a lot, and I could see where that kind of gets confusing. This is also a kids show, so I think that they just pulled a Samuel L. Jackson and gave her a purple lightsaber. Like, there is no explanation other than the fact that Azula wanted to be able to pick herself out in a fight, which is a very Azula move to do.
Yeah. I think, honestly, it probably started with that. And then they're like,
Yeah.
okay, how can we write this into the canon so people won't just be like, well, this is stupid.
And here's the thing, like, most of the theories about why her fire's blue they're just all fan theories. Like, I don't think the creators have ever really tried to explain it. I don't think they even really care. Maybe they do.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Guess who's gonna ask them in this hypothetical situation where I throw my Bible at them?
Yeah, no, I think at the end of the day, they knew that she was going to be fighting other firebenders, and they just wanted to distinguish her. Plus, it makes her scary. How do you make a villain who has the powers of all the other villains more villainous? Yeah. You give them a different color fire.
Exactly. Like, you already can bend and create fire at your will. How? I mean, the blue just makes it even worse.
Yeah, you're like.
Hiss. That's my thought when I see her.
But yeah, why Azula? Oh, also Azula's name is very close to Spanish word for blue. In case.
Oh, Azul. Azula.
Yeah, people were like, "Oh, ha ha ha!" No, Azula was named after her great grandfather, Azula.
Yes.
So
very good try, but nay.
Sorry.
Oh gosh.
Just a coincidence.
Oh man. Well, are there any other things? Any other theories?
Nope. That's it.
Brilliant.
Except for Azula be salty.
She do
just
be.
Funny. It's just funny.
That's gonna be my personal headcanon now. Just because. Now, normally at this point, I would be talking about the fan art and the fan art for this episode. but I've had to train a new meteorologist in under 4 days to be
No.
camera ready, and I haven't had the time.
You know what? That's fine.
So,
It's
if
fine.
you guys will, if y'all will be okay with it, we'll just cover 2 episodes worth of fan art next week, which
Ooh.
is yes, which will be interesting because next week says we're either going to get 27 inches of snow or no snow, so we'll find out.
Hey, winter.
I'm not
Am I
losing my
right?
mind at all. Oh yeah, yeah. We better get that much snow, otherwise I'm gonna be so mad.
We have hardly gotten any snow where I live.
Oh yeah, no. In going
None.
over towards Michigan, Indiana, and then Nebraska, Iowa, South Dakota, the pockets of the U.S. that have had not hardly any snow.
I don't
I hate it.
understand. I keep forgetting that it's winter until I walk out and it's -11 outside and my face hurts.
Everything hurts.
Oh yeah.
Although,
Oh yeah, it's cold.
I'll leave you with this lovely little tidbit. So iguanas don't do well in 40-degree or below temperature. They start to slow after 50 degrees. At 40, they're stunned, and after that, they completely lose all muscle control, which means that they fall from the trees when it gets below 40 degrees in Florida.
I don't
Right
like
now,
where this
there
is
are
going.
right now there are iguana watches out for Florida because of falling iguanas due to falling temperatures in this weekend. And the National Weather Service actually made it a graphic.
Oh no. The poor little iguanas.
You want to know what's worse?
It gets
Apparently
worse.
Every time this happens, the sale of iguana meat in the state of Florida increases. So people just take advantage of their frozen carcasses and are like, I'm going to make me a profit. And then they chop up the iguana meat and the sales boost. USA Today did a great article on it.
I hate this so much.
Yep. So iguana watches for Florida for any viewers who are down there. That's our fan fiction. Or not fan fiction.
That's our fan art.
Our fan art. You can paint your own fan art in your own mind of iguanas falling out of trees. Those poor babies. Double the poor babies. Yep. I'm gonna post a TikTok tomorrow morning on it because it's hilarious to me. Oh, but also sad. Hey, Corey, hello. Glad you're here for the joke. And that's actually it.
That's it.
Brandi, thank you for coming back to do season 2.
Woohoo!
This is fantastic. And thank you to everyone who's been on. We've had Rapunzel, we've had Brie, we've had Corey pop on, Louise X Sparrow, Shadowcat was here until bedtime called. I think we had a couple other people who took the call of nap time. Autumn was watching, and there we go. Steven C coming on to tell us how we're going to end this episode. Kai, just everyone, thank you so much. And we're going to, if you're okay with it, Brandi, end the night with a beautiful little YouTube video that was uploaded.
Let's go back. Let's go back to where we were.
Everyone, enjoy, because this is probably one of the greatest videos I've ever seen. We're going to full screen this mess. And there's comment section. All right.
SpongeBob, you hooked me $1 million on the backswing. Reel it in before I keelhaul ya. Oh no. SpongeBob, quick, reel it in. Can't you hear the music? Every sailor knows it means death.
When his irises contract, that's what gets me.
It's the audio cue. Like, I'm like the episode for SpongeBob. That audio cue that plays and the audio cue that plays in the Avatar. Why does it go together?
Oh, bless.
Why does it go together?
The YouTube gods are shining down upon us. Rapunzel says thank you. Thank you, Rapunzel. Same with Brie, another great episode. Of course, as YouTube keeps forgetting to tell me you're on, I'm always late. Haha, no worries, you're good. We're always here in one way or another. Reruns are great. Thank you, Louise. And Brie says, I hope the replay video doesn't get claimed. I don't think it will.
We'll leave it up to fate.
It's up to them. And even if they do, for us, I mean, it was worth it.
Yeah. I mean, we already gave them 3 views here, and then, it got played one other
and
time.
And a like!
Exactly. If anything, we helped boost their numbers. Not by a lot.
We have
But we
4
did.
viewers. We boosted it by a total of 6 people. Oh my gosh, but that's it, everyone. Brandi, thank you for being the amazing person that you are, and we'll be back next week, hopefully, weather permitting and life
We'll
permitting,
see.
everything
Yeah.
permitting.
Watch out for iguanas, guys.
Yes, watch out for iguanas and stay warm. Bye, everyone.